Have you ever wondered why a horse's eyes are on the side of its head rather than in front? Intriguing, isn't it? Welcome to the captivating universe of horses, a world that's as fascinating as it is diverse. Throughout human history, horses have played a pivotal role, not just as a means of transport, but also as trusted companions in battle, and as symbols of status and wealth. These majestic creatures, with their powerful bodies and gentle spirits, have captured our imagination and our hearts for centuries. With over 200 breeds, each with its own unique characteristics, the world of horses is rich and varied. But there's more to horses than meets the eye. Did you know that horses have the largest eyes of any land mammal? Or that their teeth take up more space in their heads than their brains? These are just a few of the intriguing facts that make horses such fascinating creatures. Stick around to discover more fascinating facts about these majestic creatures. Let's dive into that question about horses' eyes. They're not just there for good looks. When we think of horses, we often admire their strength, their grace, or their beautiful coats. But have you ever stopped to consider their eyes? You might be surprised to learn that the eyes of a horse are not only striking but also the largest of any land mammal. That's right, bigger than an elephant's or a giraffe's. These large eyes are not just for show though. They serve a crucial function for these majestic creatures. You see, unlike humans, who have their eyes located on the front of their heads, horses have their eyes positioned on the sides. This unique placement provides horses with an impressive field of vision. In fact, they can see nearly 360 degrees around them, which is an advantage when you're a prey animal in the wild, constantly on the lookout for predators. Now, the position of a horse's eyes does come with a small trade-off. Because their eyes are on the sides of their heads, horses have a blind spot directly in front of them and right behind them. That's why, if you've ever been around horses, you've probably noticed that they often turn their heads to look at things directly in front or behind them. But here's an interesting tidbit. Horses also have another unique feature in their eyes called a tapetum lucidum. This is a layer of tissue in the eye that reflects light back through the retina, increasing the light available to the photoreceptors and improving a horse's ability to see in low-light conditions. This makes them quite adept at seeing in the dark, a trait that would have been incredibly useful to their wild ancestors. So there you have it. A horse's eyes aren't just beautiful, they're also fascinatingly complex, providing these creatures with a unique way of viewing and interacting with the world around them. So, the next time you gaze into a horse's eyes, remember, they see the world quite differently than we do. Did you know that horses have some very peculiar sleeping and eating habits? Just as humans have unique sleep patterns, so do our equine friends. Horses have the fascinating ability to sleep both standing up and lying down. You might wonder how this is possible. Well, horses have a special arrangement of muscles and ligaments called the stay apparatus that locks their legs in place, allowing them to catch some Z's without collapsing. This adaptation is particularly useful in the wild, where they need to be ready to flee from predators at a moment's notice. However, horses also need to lie down for a certain amount of time each day, specifically for their REM sleep. This is when they dream, just like us. But don't worry if you see a horse lying down in the field. It doesn't necessarily mean they're sick or injured. They might just be enjoying a good dream. Now let's gallop over to their eating habits. Horses are grazing animals with a digestive system designed for a steady intake of forage. They have a small stomach that fills and empties quickly, so they need to eat little and often. A horse left without food for several hours could be at risk of developing gastric ulcers or other digestive problems. Horses are also hindgut fermenters, meaning that a large part of their digestion happens in the cecum and colon. This process requires a constant supply of fibrous food like hay or grass, which provides the necessary bacteria for digestion. It's why horses spend so much of their time eating. In fact, they can spend up to 17 hours a day grazing. So the next time you're at a farm or a ranch and you see a horse standing still as if in a trance, remember they might just be sleeping on their feet, and if you see one munching away non-stop, don't worry. They're just keeping their digestive system happy. So if you ever see a horse lying down or eating non-stop, remember, it's perfectly normal. Ever wonder why horses are so fast? Hold your horses, the answer might surprise you. Horses are nature's speedsters, their speed primarily fueled by the sheer power of their hindquarters and lean bodies. This muscular structure, especially their powerful hind legs, propels them forward with an incredible force. Now let's talk about the record for the fastest horse. A thoroughbred named Winning Brew holds the Guinness World Record, clocking in a whopping 43.97 miles per hour. Imagine that. On average though, a horse can gallop at around 27 to 28 miles per hour. These sturdy animals are also equipped with a cardiovascular system that's perfectly adept at handling such speeds, with a heart that can pump an impressive 25 to 30 gallons of blood per minute when running. So if you've ever marveled at a horse's speed, now you know why they're built for the fast lane. So what have we learned about our equine friends today? Well, we've taken a deep dive into the intriguing world of horses, exploring facets of their lives that many of us may never have considered. We've learned about their unique anatomy, including those expressive eyes which are among the largest of any land mammal. We've examined their sleeping and eating habits and discovered that horses are creatures of routine, often snoozing while standing up and spending the majority of their day grazing. And let's not forget their impressive speed. A horse's ability to reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour is a testament to their power and grace. Each of these facts paints a picture of a creature that is as complex as it is beautiful. And there we have it, a brief yet enlightening gallop through the world of horses. Next time you see a horse, remember these fascinating facts and appreciate these creatures for the marvels they truly are.